Hey guys, it's Alvin and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so if you came back to this channel and were expecting to see something a little bit funny, then this week's video is not for you. Unless you count reading books fun. Then keep on watching. So now that the year is coming to an end, which thank God, seems like 2020 has been freaking dragging forever, but not anymore. And that's why this year I turned to the only thing to help keep me sane. Not video games, although those did play a part as well. Books. Lots and lots of books. So that's why for this week's video, I'm going to give you guys my favorite readings of 2020. Keep in mind, some of these books were not published this year, but these have been the books that I have been obsessed with this year. So yeah, let's get this video started now. So the first book that has actually been helping me get through this year is actually going to be this one. This is The Help. It's set during the civil rights movement, and it's about a white woman named Miss Skeeter that interviews colored maids to get their stories on how it's really like to work for white families. If you've seen the movie, I applaud you. The movie does the book no justice. There are so many things in this book that are clearly not going to be in the movie because obviously it would be like an 11-hour movie, but this book, you can feel the raw emotions of the colored maids. For example, Minnie Jackson. Minnie Jackson was played by Octavia Spencer in the movie adaptation, and Octavia brings the character of Minnie perfectly. Along with Viola Davis, she makes an amazing Abilene. I'd go into so many details, but I don't want to spoil the book for you guys or the movie. I mean, if you have already seen it, good. Then if not, I'm not going to spoil it. Get ready for some tears and some laughter. Lots of it. So for these next two books, these are actually going to be part of a two-part saga, which I don't even know if you want to call it a saga. And they're going to be these. This is called Openly Straight, and this is called Honestly Ben. These are YA LGBTQ plus content that I honestly can't get enough of. Openly Straight is about a high school boy named Rafe who travels all the way across the country to a brand new boarding school hoping to just be a regular guy. It seems to work until he meets Ben, to which Honestly Ben comes into play. Ben Carver is charming, good-looking, and overall a good person. And honestly Ben himself is trying to discover who he still is. He's still trying to figure out if he likes this girl Hannah or if he likes guys. Let me tell you, this was a wild ride. Honestly, I could not put it down, and reading through it, like you cheer on for Ben, and in this one you cheer on for Rafe. I'm gonna spoil some of it for you. Rafe meets Ben. Rafe develops feelings for Ben, and that's all I'm gonna say. You have to literally read the books to understand what I'm saying, so I recommend these two so much. So while we are on the discussion about the LGBTQ plus youth adult novels, this next one is called Date Me, Bryson Keller. This one is actually kind of an interesting one because Bryson Keller, the boy that's known for going out with someone new every week, accepts a dare. He has to go out with Kai Sheridan. Kai never thought Bryson would go out with him because Kai didn't think Bryson liked guys. It starts off as just a fun couple of days, but during the end of the week, let's just say things get very, very interesting. This is the back of the book, and that's it. I cannot recommend it enough either. This next one being the most recent one of 2020, this one. This is The Meaning of Mariah Carey. Now, she dropped this book just as the year was coming to a close, and let me tell you, there are so many things in this book about Mariah Carey that I never knew. It's heartening, it's funny, it's sad, and you'll really hate Tommy Mottola. I never knew much about their marriage, and after reading this, Tommy was a fucking monster. And there was also a part in this book that really made me mad. I'm gonna spoil some of it for you guys. If you've read this book, great. If not, skip ahead to the next book. In the beginning, when Mariah was still in kindergarten, she had two teachers. She was coloring her family, which back then, multiracial families were very uncommon. And of course, one of the teachers came up to Mariah and wanted to know why she started coloring her father with the brown crayon, when the teacher saw that her mother was not that color crayon. Mariah replied with, "My dad is this color and my mom is this color." And then the teacher laughed at her, to which Mariah replied that this is the color that her dad and her mom are, as well as her family. And then the teacher started laughing at her once more because the teacher thought that Mariah didn't know what color her mom and her dad were. And I'm like, really great example that you guys are setting for children that are like literally 4 and 5 years old. Like, is this the example that you guys want to give to them? Like, ugh. Just that one part in the book really made me angry, but other than that, this book. I literally finished this book in 2 days. Look at how thick this is. Oh, she's thick. She's thick like Mariah Carey. But seriously, this book, if you want to know more about Mariah Carey that you never knew previously, pick this up like today. By the way, sorry that these aren't official reviews. These are just my favorite top reads of 2020. So if you're expecting full reviews, this is not that video. Sorry guys, my battery is flashing. I knew I should have charged this freaking camera. Okay, so these are the last books that I'm going to be reviewing for you guys right here. And these are going to be ones that you've probably already seen or read. And I've never read these books and I've been missing out so much. And alright, I'm just gonna show you. These are the Hunger Games series. I saw the movie Mockingjay with my family a couple Christmases ago in theaters. I never read the books. I never understood what was going on in the movie. I did, however, remember seeing bits and pieces. Okay, so my battery literally just died, so now I have to resort to vlogging on the old iPhone. And of course, my lighting is dying and I better get this video quickly. So, like I was saying, I actually went to go see Mockingjay a couple of Christmases ago, part 2 in theaters, and I never read the books, and of course, anyone that goes to the movie theaters with me always knows that I happen to sometimes, maybe, possibly, accidentally fall asleep. J-Town, if you're watching, I'm gonna clarify this once, and actually twice since I already mentioned this. I did not fall asleep during It Chapter 1, okay? Leave me alone. But anyway, I fell asleep during Mockingjay, so I missed some key elements of the movie, and now I literally don't even remember what happened, and the last time I saw Mockingjay was probably that Christmas. The only other movies that I've seen were Hunger Games, which I definitely understood some of it, but then came Catching Fire. I remember bits and pieces of it, but I actually literally just saw it last Friday because I finished that book, and now it all makes sense. So, just a little bit of a recap. The Hunger Games. You have 16-year-old Katniss Everdeen, who volunteers to be tribute for the annual Hunger Games when they actually call for her sister Primrose. Being the good sister that she is, she takes her place and meets a boy named Peeta Mellark, and both of them are tributes. It's crazy because in the book, and in the movie adaptations, or just it in general, like the concept of killing other people from different districts, I can't grasp that. Like, can you imagine the world being like Panem? Lastly, I am currently, actually just read 3 chapters this morning. I'm actually on chapter 7. This book, I've only read little bits and pieces of it. It's got me on the edge of my seat, to say the least. I can't really review this one because I'm not really finished with it yet, but catch me reading this. I'll probably be done with it in like 2 or 3 days. Okay, so I just got enough battery life to finish the outro to this video, so let's do it. Well, there you guys go. I certainly hope that you enjoyed this week's video of my favorite reads of 2020. If you guys like this video, then as always, please make sure to give it a big old thumbs up and drop a comment about what your favorite book of this year is, or if you're gonna read any of these books, because I highly recommend them. Okay, I'm gonna go now. I gotta go edit. I'm gonna go charge the rest of this battery before it dies on me and finish reading Mockingjay. No, but for real, I'm gonna go now. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's video, and until next time, may the odds be ever in your favor. Alright, bye guys.